want to give my state of the program for Baylor women's tennis, and their season just ended today. It was a 4-3 loss to LSU. Despite being a former Baylor women's tennis player, Nadia Sayeva twice, but it was a really close match. I mean, like the last two doubles matches were close, as in like 7-6 and 6-3, and we won a 6-3 one, but we couldn't get the tiebreaker wins like 6-4. And number two doubles was not even close, 6-2-6, and that was Danny T and Mishka Kakalogova. Number one doubles was Sierra and Luba, and number three doubles was Isabel Harson and Zuzana Kabaka. And the first match, singles match that was completed by Sierra Berry, 6-3, 6-4, 6-3, and that was despite being down 3-0 double break in the first set. So to come back and win it, that first set was impressive, and to win the whole match. Because let's be clear, she's been up and down this year, and she's been inconsistent at times, and she's struggled. And I think she's dealing with something, and her ground strokes is not consistent, it seems. But she's very athletic and can finish at the net. Well, Isabel Harson did lose in singles 6-2, 6-4. Number three singles, Luba defeated for her former teammate Nina Sayeva 7-5, 6-4. So that was a tight match. A really, really tight match. But Zuzana Kabaka lost like 6-4, 2-6, 3-6. But then Mishka lost the first. She won her match 6-7, 7-4, 4-7 in the tiebreaker, then 6-4, 6-4. So that was a tight match too. I mean, then unfortunately Daniel Tudor, aka Danny T, lost her match 6-4, 4-6, 3-6, and she was trying to serve to stay within like one break, like to be down 4-5 break, let the other player serve, but unfortunately last point the forehand went wide. Just wide. And I was done. And this is the first time since 2001 since Baylor women's tennis has not made it to the second round. And that was Joe Scrivano's first year. I'm just naming a fact right there. It's just unfortunate that this had to be one. It was just a tight match, and I knew this match was going to be. It's practically a coin flip. LSU is very similar to Baylor in terms of record overall, and not only that, ranking. So it's all about matchups. And Baylor women's tennis does end up 17-13 overall, which is better, somewhat better than last year, and 7-6 in the conference. But I will say that I was tied for 6, and I thought it could have been a little bit better, like not lose to BYU. But BYU is an NCAA tournament team, but then we lost to TCU 4-0. Yikes. So last year we were 17-14, so we did take one less loss, but we did get more conference wins. But that was granted because the Big 12 just increased this year to 14 teams. You can't play yourself, so 7-6. And obviously we lost to the top 4 teams in the Big 12. And now it's not including number 5 in BYU. Then we lost to TCU. Then there was a 3-way tie, UCF, TCU, and Baylor only got that 6th place spot because of ranking. And they did lose. So they did win some matches this year despite winning doubles, but the doubles point has been really bad. Last 12 matches. Guess how many times they won the doubles point? One time. And that was against BYU. But that was started outside, but then if you try to finish it, they had to finish it up inside because of the weather is not going to get any better. So, and I did ask Joey Scrivano this question a week ago. How often do you practice your volleys, especially in doubles? And he knew what I was trying to get at. He knew, and he jokingly said, clearly not enough. But he did tell me it's like, they don't do one particular aspect of the game one day, then do the others in different days. They do everything. So it seems to me, for whatever reason, what's going on in practice is not translating into matches. I mean, you can't miss volleys, and yeah, that's the truth, and he knows that. And part of it goes with serving, too, and making errors. And I will say this is a young team as well, somewhat young, and they're newer. Like Sierra moved up from the mid-major level. She did struggle a bit. To the point of when you look at the record, it would shock you because the last 2 years at USF at number 1 and 2 singles, she was really good. But unfortunately, yeah. Hopefully she does improve. I know she's very athletic and could finish at the net. Just her ground strokes and much. She might have been dealing with something, and I know this team has dealt with some stuff, injuries and sickness and stuff in the past. So that probably played part of it into this year. And they did. And the matches that they lost doubles were the following: Florida, Texas, twice, by the way, Oklahoma twice, Texas A&M, that's 6. Oklahoma State, obviously, but they're one of the best teams in the country. Texas Tech, TCU, that's 9 matches right there. And today, so 10 times. So thus, the majority of the matches they do win the doubles point. Like they don't lose. I mean, Ole Miss was one of those examples. 4-1 this year. They lost all 6 first sets after winning doubles. Yeah, you're not gonna do that. We did lose lose the match despite winning doubles against BYU this year. So actually make that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 matches, but you get the point. 11 out of 13, when you lose matches, you don't win the doubles point. It pretty much implicates to me, 1, you got to get better in doubles, and 2, you got to be better in singles. That's just the truth. And yes, they did win some matches this year despite losing doubles. When you look at the scoreline and everything, I don't want to have to recap everything, because they had like a lot of some matches this year that they won despite losing doubles, like Kansas, for example, SMU at home recently, Incarnate Word, Grand Canyon, Cincinnati, West Virginia, Houston, Iowa State. What? Yeah. So they did win some matches this year despite losing doubles, and I credit them for that. But it's a lot harder to win matches when you need 4 singles wins. And we do need to replace Mishka and Isabella Harrison. They're both seniors. They're out of eligibility. They do have one player that's signed right now, and that's Nanaka Sato, and she's a really good player. And her UTR is in the 10s, so that's really good. And maybe she's a top 3. You gotta figure out a new top 3. You gotta try to figure out your new doubles lineup. So we're going to wait and see what happens. And I know Joey Scrivani was asked this question at a coach's show a little over a week ago, like on the recruiting class. He does say he has a verbal, but he obviously did not say the name, because the player has to be signed to think about talking about the player. So we're going to wait and see what happens, and they're probably going to. It wouldn't shock me if they add somebody through the transfer portal, and we all know that the transfer portal window is going to open really soon, like May 6th, and it'll last till June 4th. We're going to wait and see what happens. And this is only the first time since 2003, Joe Scrivani's first year, to not make it past the round of 64. I mean, as you can tell, since 2016 to 2018, ran at 32, then 2021 through 2023, ran at 32. But I will say 2017. Oh yeah, actually 2016 on to 2018. But you get the full point. But 2017 and 2021 were against better opponents than a ranking implicated like Duke in 2021 and Texas A&M too. So we're going to wait and see what happens. So anyways, if you like this content, hit the like and subscribe button. See you guys later on the road to 600 subscribers. Of course, ultimate goal is 1,000 more. So make money off this course. Like a video, comment video, really helps YouTube algorithms. More people can see it. Sharing the video does help as well. So more people can watch. And if you're watching and not subscribe, hit subscribe button. Free. Hit the notification bell as well. And they really do need to work on their doubles, especially what happened at the very end of the year. I mean, losing doubles point last 11 out of 12 times. Yeah, that's not good. But I know they're going to try to work on other aspects of the game as well, like getting fundamentals, forehand, backhand, serve, and everything right. And get the fitness level, and hopefully they can get healthier too. And we'll have to wait and see what happens next year.